These are the top 5 best hero equipment combinations to 3-star more. Starting with the 5th best, we have the Archer Queen's Puppets plus the Invisibility Vial. This is a decent set of abilities for the Queen due to her being flexible in any army. The healer puppets are quite often very comfortable to use in any attack due to it spawning healers, plus having the invisibility is really nice as it allows your Queen to heal back a little bit faster, and this can be used in a number of different strategies. However, this will not work in a Queen charge, where using a nice DPS increase from the abilities is incredibly important. This is where the Archer Puppets currently holds that top spot, since it does provide the Queen with a higher DPS once that ability is used. It just allows for a lot more comfort there. Yes, you are spawning in archers that could hit the Queen, but in theory, you are getting more value out of it because of its DPS increase over using healers or any other abilities. Despite how flexible both of these are, they're not incredibly good, and they're actually going to get completely power crept once her new epic arrives. So I would just use one of these two for now while you are waiting for her new epic, which should give you plenty of time to subscribe and ring the bell for more quality content like this. Now, the 4th best combo has to go to the Barbarian King's Vamp Stash plus Rage Vial. This is a pretty solid combo, mostly because it's really nice having the rage of the Rage Vial and also a faster attack and heals from the Vamp Stash. It just works incredibly well. Now, the only reason you would ever want to use this is if you missed out on the Giant Gauntlet in the Cookie Rumble event. But don't worry, you will be able to get it later down the line for gems within the trader. In most cases though, this set of abilities is more often than not going to allow you to go through bases without really any sort of issues, and this can work incredibly well in a wide variety of different situations, whether you're funneling on the outside, tanking inside the base, or even clearing a compartment on its own. You have so much power just due to the fact that you can heal, you have a faster attack, and all of that synergizes with the Rage Vial, since it provides a faster and, of course, much more damage to be output by that Barbarian King, plus of course the speed buff is already really nice. If you don't have that Rage Vial, you can kind of feel that the King is not really getting as much as with the Rage Vial. The 3rd best combo is the Grand Warden's Eternal Tome plus Life Gem. This is a great default combo that you really don't have to upgrade if you already had your Grand Warden maxed out at a certain Town Hall level. However, it is still worth upgrading if you are new to Town Hall 11, as it's very good in attacks such as Lava Loon, as it gives the balloons a little bit more HP and they can survive a couple more hits than if they didn't have it. Of course, what is really nice about this is they will survive a couple more shots from things like red air bombs. But of course, it can also be a decent choice in things like Hybrid, since all those troops have below 2000 HP, and Super Bowlers as well, since the Super Bowlers without the Apprentice Warden still need something to boost their HP, and the Life Gem is a pretty good option. However, there are just better equipment that can be used to make these two stronger. Of course, what is nice about this is the Eternal Tome, and since it allows invincibility, it's a great ability to have paired with the Life Gem. What's really nice is that this allows you to save ores, so if you don't want to upgrade any other abilities and you want to save ores, this is a good set of abilities just to keep on your Warden. However, this combo does have a weakness. Since there is the existence of the Apprentice Warden, in ground attacks, the HP cap of the Life Gem kinda hinders it, making this combo less desirable in ground attacks, where in air attacks they can use it a bit more freely as they can take full advantage. There's no air Apprentice Warden. While this is not the worst hero combo, there are just better and more flexible options later in this list. But it's even better to use my creator code, CodeCorrupt, in the shop to support me and the channel. Now, the 2nd best combo is the Eternal Tome and either the Heart Tome or the Rage Gem. Both abilities have great flexibility, and you really can't go wrong with either. The Heart Tome has incredible comfort for almost any attack, things like Massive Valks, Hybrid, even Queen Charge Root Riders, and Electro Dragons can all really take full advantage of it. It has a really nice large heal that is not only stronger than a regular heal spell, but also lingers past the Eternal Tome, making it a pretty decent choice in a lot of different strategies if you want to provide a little bit more comfort and you're using more rage spells for your troops. While the Rage Gem has some really good synergies, especially with things like Super Witches, Queen Charge Root Riders, even Titan Smash. You have a lot of different choices, as it can also speed up that Grand Warden Walk, which can further prevent time fails resulting from a long Warden Walk. So it's definitely a good ability to have. Both of these abilities are pretty interchangeable, as they can provide a lot of value for most attacks. Look at Super Bowlers. They can work with both the Rage Gem and the Heart Tome, as they both have great synergy with either, since one provides, of course, a rage all the time, or the other provides healing, which can get a couple extra shots for the Super Bowlers. Other than this, I would just choose the ability that you would prefer using and that fits your attacking style. Just keep in mind that both the Rage Gem and the Heart Tome do not stack with their respective spells. And currently, the best combination of abilities that you can run is the Barbarian King's Giant Gauntlet plus either the Rage Vial or Vamp Stash. These combos are incredibly good to really suit your Barbarian King in anything your king finds himself in. There are plenty of ways of using either the Rage Vial or the Vamp Stash. For the Rage Vial, you have amazing comfort in any situation in different attacks, especially if you're using him to funnel. Thanks to his splash damage, he can create a mean funnel on the outside while also being used to clear a compartment by himself. Even using him inside the base to tank, which can really do wonders, especially if there are a lot of clumped buildings in the core. For the Vamp Stash, though, you have a nice way of keeping your Barbarian King alive for slightly longer. This can work pretty well on the outside if he is getting hit by very minimal defenses, but it can still heal him up quite a bit and keep him alive for a slightly bit longer. Or if he's on the inside the base with your troops, he can take full advantage of the rage spells to continue to move, give splash damage, and of course heal. This can also take further advantage of his faster attack, since the healing is going to make him a solid tank. Pairing that with the rage spells, it can really work wonders if you have him going into the base. I would really recommend the Vamp Stash or even the Rage Vial. So realistically, there is not really a situation where you could go wrong with either option, considering how flexible they are. It just comes down to your personal preference and your attacking style.